Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. A few days back, we went on an impromptu trip to Bandarban during the weekend. Bandarban is one of the three hill districts of Bangladesh and a part of the Chittagong Hill Tracts, the others being Rangamati and Kacchaptoli. It is not only the remotest but also the least populated district in Bangladesh. Inside Bangladesh, it is bordered by Cox's Bazar, Chittagong and Rangamati. On the other side of the international border lies Myanmar. On our first day there, we visited an area called Debotakhum for trekking. We reached Bandarban early morning and after a quick breakfast, we started towards our destination in a vehicle called Nilgiri. Debotakhum is situated in Rowangcchari Upazila of Bandarban in Shilbandha para to be exact. Bangladesh Army regulates the area, so if you want to go to Debothakhum, you must first take permission from the Kacchaptoli Army camp. It is important that you keep several photocopies of your national ID card or passport since they need to be submitted at several checkpoints. When taking permission to visit Debotakhum, we also arranged a guide to take us there. It is important to order lunch at Kacchaptoli before starting towards Debotakhum. You'll find several food shops here and you can also buy trekking shoes if needed. We actually crossed Bangsuangkhum by boat until we reached the base camp of Debotakhum. From here onwards, there is no network connectivity. This was a huge problem on our way back. The entire day went as well as it could, but once we came back for this last boat journey to take us back to Kacchaptoli, we had to give up our boat to another group of travelers who had to catch a bus. There was a slight altercation and we decided to wait for the next boat according to the advice of the guides present for the rest of the groups. Moreover, it was already evening. From the very beginning, it was more crowded than usual due to it being a weekend, so every step of the adventure took more time than usual. But what the guides failed to inform us was that once evening falls, the water depth falls below safe levels for sailing. As a result, no more boats were coming to take us back, and so we ended up with a different, more sinister route to go back. It turned our adventure into a misadventure since we had to cross waist-length water to reach the opposite mountain and start trekking this unknown terrain at night. Sure, the guides knew the way, but it was too challenging for amateurs like me. At one point, I couldn't even breathe properly due to exertion, until my husband put his foot down and demanded that an alternative has to be found to take me back. Miraculously, at that exact moment, 3 boats came looking for another group who had already gone before us. My husband and the guides stopped them and we went down again to eventually finish the trip by those boats. These incidents altogether made this trip quite unforgettable to us. Now, coming back to the start of the actual trekking, Debothakhum is a very beautiful but dangerous trail, especially in the rainy season when the rocks can get slippery and therefore risky to cross. The route will require you to climb up and down continuously on treacherous paths and take the boat several times. We mostly captured our boat rides because we were too busy minding our steps during the actual trekking. In Marma language, the word khum means waterfall. Bandarban is called the kingdom of all khums and Debotakhum is called the king of all khums. Locals also call it Shonakhum or Tanchikhum. According to the locals, this khum is about 50 to 60 feet deep and 600 feet long, while the path goes between the 2 large mountains. You can enjoy the sounds and beauty of nature very closely in here. That's me in the purple headscarf and life jacket, and my husband is trying to capture the beauty around us in shaky hands. By the way, be prepared for the lower half of your body to be wet and muddied by the time you reach this portion of the trip. After hiking and climbing endlessly, It finally seems worth it when you take the boat in between the roughly 100 meters of steep hills on both sides of Debotakhum, known as Sipi Aiswang Hill. The feeling during this part of the journey is out of this world. You can see rays of sunshine peeking through on the ancient-looking rocks, and the entire experience seems unreal. Unfortunately, we couldn't go the entire way due to strong currents, so we returned from here and retraced the entire path to go back to the starting point of our journey. We started day 2 by first visiting Nilgiri. We are going up the mountain now to reach Nilgiri. Nilgiri is one of the tallest peaks and a beautiful tourist spot in Bangladesh. It is about 3,500 feet high and situated in Thanchi Thana. It is also about 46 kilometers south of Bandarban on the Bandarban-Chimbuk-Thanchi road. There is a beautiful resort at the top of the mountain maintained by the Bangladesh Army. There are cottages, restaurant and a helipad here too. At noon, it started to get really cloudy and we passed through this unreal view to get to our next destination. We are literally going through the clouds now. There is a viewpoint on Chimbuk-Thanchi Road where we stopped next. The scenic view from this place was out of this world. For a 2-day short trip, it was a very fulfilling experience for us. We visited another place called Shoilapropat next, but we didn't have enough memory space to capture the views there. If you are an adventurous person, do consider visiting Bandarban. There are more places even beyond what is shown here for you to enjoy. See you in the next video. Bye!